Welcome every felines back to the channel. I've got a definitely different one today. I think we're going to have a laugh at. Um, so we get through the intro and then I'll explain a little bit about it. But it is quite funny. It doesn't involve me. It looks like it involves about another 52 other YouTubers, and it's to do with our wonderful Mr. De Castro. Let's see what we've got going on here. Buckle up, boys and girls. It's time for a laugh. Okay, so quite a while ago, I received an email requesting me to take a video down. I said I'm not going to take the video down, and I disputed it. And a certain Mr. Castro decided no, he doesn't agree with that, and it still needs to be taken down. And obviously, as you see here from YouTube, they are taking my side and are leaving my video up. Those of you who wonder which video it is, it's going to be the one following, which I'll just show you a couple of screenshots of, where he was pretending to be the police officer and trying to sell his little card that he has. So that's the one, so you remember now who it is, where he's on about the Fifth Amendment, the right to remain silent, what police can and cannot do when they stop you. So as you see here, here's where he wanted to claim a copyright takedown request. As you can see, it was reviewed, tells you what it is, obviously all the information back and forth. This one is basically directed at my video, not the everyone else's, but I'll get down to everyone else's a bit further on. So this is the one where he's just having a go for me, saying that I have used his full video, which I didn't. Okay, so as you see here, here's what YouTube sent back to delete lawz. Obviously, they said they're concerned that his attempt for a copyright strike is not valid for some or all of the video. Obviously, and it says to keep in mind, different countries it's legal to use. Now, as you know, I'm in the UK, so obviously there's the US law for fair use above and the UK law for fair dealing, as it's called in here. So, non-commercial research or private study. Yep, I'm not making money off it. Criticism or review. Yep, I'm definitely criticising and reviewing his stuff. Reporting current events. Yeah, I suppose you could cast that. And illustrations for instruction, quotations, or parody, caricature, or pastiche. So basically all of the above in that category. So if you want to take me to court for fair use, good luck on that one. Okay, so I'll try not to laugh reading this. As you see, plaintiff Jose Maria De Castro versus Josh Abrams, Kate Peter, and John Doe's 1 through 50. So 52 different people he's taken to court. So basically saying is the copyright infringement, you see, of my video. He says he teaches constitutional law. No, he teaches his own law, not constitutional law. So I don't know where he's getting that from. Now I totally laugh at this next part of the sentence. And am attempting to tear down some of the racist laws in the country which invites hate and offers opportunity to those that profit on hate. Like your profit on your dislike of the law and the police. That's actually what you're doing, not what we're doing. And obviously put there as part of my teaching, and as a revenue stream I create video content and publish it on YouTube. Yeah, so technically you are correct on that because you do beg for money on there, but really, that's just a good start for you. And we're only on page 1. There's a couple more to go. It's only quite a short one. Okay, so let's break this down. So part 4, he is saying he creates contents that we are stealing, according to him, on a grand scale. I feel like I've just robbed a jewellery store for all the diamonds and gold in there. Not taking a 10-minute video that he's uploaded worth about 5 cents. So they publish content to YouTube that largely only copies my content. No, we take your content and we completely destroy it with facts. For monetary gain, now my channel's not monetized, so I don't actually make any money off it, and I'm pretty sure a lot of the other ones don't as well, and those that do aren't doing it to make a living off, unlike you. It's just done as a bit extra. So it's a civil action seeking damages under the United States Copyright Act of 1976, as amended 17 USC. So let's have a quick look at that, and the Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organisations Act. So let's have a quick look at these 2 acts. So yeah, as you see, like I said, he's doing civil actions, and it looks like criminal copyright with regards to what's going on there. So it looks like obviously he's the 2 that he does have the name for. He's obviously going for in their court, or just under the one court here. So yeah, it looks like he's doing the Joshua and Catherine Peter, and I will happily do a statement to defend them. So if Joshua or Catherine do acknowledge me, feel free to get in contact with me, and I will happily do a affidavit statement with regards to silly Billy. But again, if we just look at rough, loose translation of the law that he is quoting, the United States Copyright Act of 1976, it actually so proves that why he is being a complete dumbass filing this lawsuit, because of one thing: the First Amendment, the right of freedom of speech, the right of freedom of press. As we know, all sovereign citizens love to quote that First Amendment, that they have this right. So, as you see, fair use is protected by that. And again, news, commentary, reviews, criticism, or parody, which anyone who's done videos using his videos have done that. So they are completely protected by fair use. Now, there is actually another thing which is going to actually could backfire if he wants to really, really push it. So, and that's fraudulent copyright claims. Now, if he wants to do that, he can actually get himself countersued. Depends on obviously how or however the judge wants to deal with it. As you can see, there's several different articles in provisos where there is a $2,500 fine. So if he wants to go that route, let him, I say, because I mean he's got enough money he's going to have to post out. He's going to end up like PayPal Patty and have no money whatsoever to do anything. So anyway, let's get back into the next section. Okay, so let's break this page down. So he's published over 800 videos, to which you own a valid copyright to. Yep, so that's fine. You do technically do that. You earn revenue from these videos when viewed directly from my YouTube channel. Yes, you do if you have a monetized channel. Now it says the defendant YouTube publishers have copied large portions of my copyright content on their YouTube channel. Yes, but we've also added a lot of our own to it, so it's not just a copy and paste job. Many defendants make money from copying my content on their YouTube channels when my content is viewed on their channels. Again, I can't answer everyone else. I can only answer for myself, and as you know, I'm not monetized. Obviously, if I do get to that stage when I can monetize, yes, I will, but I will do it. But again, that money would be for charities, things like that. All the defendants are in the same market of YouTube content creation. Yeah, technically we are, yeah, because we're all looking for people like yourselves. Now, defendants profit from my content simply by using it to save them time and money and the effort of creating their own content. See, that's where you are completely wrong, because we take your video and we completely dismantle it with funny clips if we're parodying it, factual evidence going against what you're saying, but is legally and technically correct. So, it's not just as simple as just copying and re-putting it. I know most of us that do these videos do put a lot of work and time and effort into making these videos. So my copyright says listen to Exhibit 1 and any supplements by YouTube URL. So fine, that's just him putting his links in there. Copyright infringement, the allegations contained in paragraphs 119 are hereby realised as if fully set forth herein. I am the owner of the valid copyright works, so technically yes you are, because it's your work that you uploaded. The works are original work of your authorship. Yep. Defendants copied and distributed constituent elements of my work. Again, but that's where the fair use comes in. You keep forgetting about that. At no time did I authorise, permit or consent to defendants' distribution of my works, expressively or otherwise. Again, that's where fair use comes in, and the freedom of speech. First Amendment protected constitutional right, as you like to say. As a result, foregoing defendants violated my exclusive right to. So, you're making it sound like you're being bent over in a rape, so to speak. And sorry use for that analogy, but I thought you was an alpha male. This is really like the crybaby of a beta. So don't go out there saying this, that, and the other. You soft-sits claim the First Amendment. You love the First Amendment. I think now we should use the bit and when you're arrested where it says you have the right to remain silent, because you should really remain silent because you look stupid, really. But unfortunately, you lack the capacity to remain silent. Okay, so on this page is where he totally goes full soft-sit. So he says he reproduced its works and copies in violation of 17 USC, distribute copies of the works to the public by sale or other transfer of ownership or by rental, lease, lending in violation of 17 USC, perform the copyright works in violation of 17 USC, by showing the works, images in any sequence and or by making the sounds accompanying the works audible and transmitting said performance of the work by means of a device or process to members of the public capable of receiving the display as set forth. And obviously display of the copyright works in violation of 17 USC by showing individual images of the works non-sequentially and transmitting said display of the works by means of a device or process to members of the public capable of receiving the display. Now, if he actually didn't do the sovereign citizen thing of cherry picking 17 USC, he would understand a couple of things. He's not a television corporation, he's not TMZ, he's not NBC, we're not doing a live stream of that, or copying and producing that, or like live streaming a film from Warner Brothers. He's a sole person, a sole entity, as they like to call themselves. He is covered, and we are covered under fair use. And again, that First Amendment right with freedom of speech. So he's cherry-picked the bit to make himself look like he is some big broadcasting company. And obviously that's going to backfire. So he respects the courts, permanently restrain defendants from continuing to infringe my works. That won't happen. Order defendants delete and permanently remove the digital media files related to my works from each of the computers under defendants' possession, custody or control, and order defendants delete and permanently remove the digital media files containing copies of my work. So this is where, again, he's got to think. If we are not in the same country as him, like myself, we are protected not just by US law, but then by UK law. So he would have to go through UK law first to basically say, if I'm breaking it there, then he would then have to take me to a US court. So I really don't think he's going to start going through international law, because I'm covered double use on fair use under UK and US. But obviously that's the route he wants to go, and I'm more than happy to get winning with everyone else that has this email from YouTube and happily do any form of counter claim against him, and see who wants to win that battle. And as you see here on the final page, he wants all the videos removed of him, and he wants monetary payments, so damages per infringed work. Like, what's his work worth? 50 cents? You know, don't think his work's worth a lot. Reasonable attorney fees, so he wants his lawyer, those are paid for, and any other and further relief the court deems just and proper. Yeah, I'm just laughing at those. Like, that's up there with when they turn and say, "Oh, I'm going to charge you $5,000 an hour for my time." Right, grow up. It ain't going to happen. You're just wasting the court's time with a frivolous lawsuit that has no merit, no jurisdiction, because it goes by Delete Law's version of the law rather than the actual law and acts that are actually written up in the Constitution and in states, and obviously nationwide, so, and even worldwide. So De Castro, I think the term is piss off. The videos are staying, they ain't coming down, I ain't making no money off it. If I was, tough shit. And if you want me to see you in court, I'll make sure I'm there. It might be by Zoom, but I will happily be there to laugh at you. I'm sure you're probably going to represent yourself, because you're not going to want an attorney to represent you, because they're going to be quoting the racist laws and not the delete law laws. Anyway, I love each and every one of you, and him doing this just gives me more and more reason to carry on doing what I am doing, and to encourage others to do what they're doing, to expose these sovereign citizens, these Moorish Americans, you know, these First Amendment orders for what they are.